Day 21, and our trade is going quite nicely here on the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. $33 up. And we don't mind holding this one though. We are getting paid for it on the swap there. 36 cents. Good news for us. Nothing for us to do though here. Price is still far above that moving average, and the MACD just simply strengthening here as it moves along, catching up with these candles. If it can just creep up, maybe just do a high, doesn't even have to close, just snag that take profit. And then if it wants to come back down, we do not mind. Okay, let's check out the other charts, see if we've got any trades. It's that CAD Japanese yen pair. If we had taken the trade here, we'd be a little bit up right now, but we would have a lot of risk and a lot of money in the Canadian dollar. The pound yen clocking us with a signal here, and we are not in a trade for either of those two currencies. Let's just see if we've got any other potential entries on either the pound or the yen. And we are getting another signal here, the Euro-Japanese yen pair, the Euro and pound moving a little bit in tandem against the yen. And so we see the price is just going to close above that moving average there. Now we've got at least two currency pairs battling it out for the right to take on the Japanese yen. Are there any more out there? The Euro-Aussie dollar very close to a signal. Price come down and it has crossed below zero, but not across the moving average yet. Could see that signal come in the next couple of days. So I've just pulled up the Euro Great British Pound chart. Remember, this is how we determine our trades. Which one of these had a stronger day today? And the Euro had a weak day, the pound with the stronger day. But it was strong enough for the pound, weak enough for the Euro that it did cross zero. So we do actually have a signal here on the MACD histogram against the Euro, a sell trade. That's another option. And we are almost getting a fourth signal. But this one is just going to be ruled out here. The Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Again, a weak day for the yen. We've seen price climb in favor of the Australian dollar. But since price is literally on the level with the moving average, it's not looking like it's going to close above it. Well, it could close above it by the end of the day. But as of right now, it is not. We're not going to hang around to see if it does close above it because we've got other trade potential. But it is very bad news for the Japanese yen. And this is where you see we could, in theory, take 3 trades all against the Japanese yen on one day, but then it could come back strong overnight in the Asia session, and in less than 12 hours, we could be completely out of all of those trades. So no signal on the Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, which does leave us with our pound yen trade, the euro yen trade, and the euro pound trade. And it does make sense to go with the pound yen trade. The fact that the pound has strengthened against the euro, strengthened against the yen, puts it as the top dog of the 3 currencies. So let's get into that trade. That's our ATR there, showing 103.5 pips. That's what we're going for, and you can see our risk calculated on screen now. In we go with our buy trade. And so we can set our stop loss and take profit 1 times ATR from our entry price for the stop loss, and 1.5 times here for the take profit. So there you see it, the stop loss just at the low of the day. It's becoming a regular sight. Hopefully that is enough below it though, and we can see price breach this resistance there. We'll get to that take profit. Has been a while since it was at that level, but if the yen weakens or the pound strengthens, we will get there again. Let's just cross our fingers and come back tomorrow in 24 hours time to see how we're doing. Day 22, we've got our 2 trades pulled up, but it is bad news on one of them. The Great British Pound, Japanese yen, has triggered our stop loss. Went quite a bit lower than that as well. You can see momentum had come up, got us into this trade here, but it had burnt out very quickly. And so we've taken a full $102 loss there. Obviously not too pleased with that. And our CAD Swiss franc trade over here, still in profit for us, still making us a little bit of money on the swaps. So we'll just keep this one running, no action there. And let's have a look at those other charts, see if we've got any trades. And we are getting a signal here against the Great British Pound. So on the Great British Pound Aussie dollar pair, price has dropped off enough that it's come below the moving average here. And also the first bar below zero, that's going to go there. That one just before couldn't have been any less positive, 0.000001 absolute minimum. But now we are seeing it close below. See if there's any other trades out there for us. Otherwise, we'll be in with this one. Here's the Euro Japanese yen pair. We did have the option of this one. We opted for that pound yen instead. The euro has come stronger. We could have been in that trade and we would be to the good, not stopped out at all. So at the moment, looking like a bit of an error to go for the GBP yen instead of the euro yen. Yuppie over guppy in this instance. Had we taken the trade of the euro Great British Pound, it was a sell trade, if you can see below zero down here. 3 ways in which this one could have called us out. 1 by the stop loss, 2 by the MACD recrossing its zero line, and 3 from price closing above our moving average. Another good example of why we don't throw ourselves in on all of these trades. Too risky. No other signals for us then, which means we can get in with this Great British Pound Australian dollar trade. Wouldn't have had this opportunity if we were still in the other pound trade against the yen. So a bit of a blessing there maybe. Or if it turns into a loss, obviously more of a curse. Let's get that average true range up. 114.7 pips, that's what we'll be going for. As always, it is that 2% capital risk at 1 times ATR from our entry price. And you can see how that's calculated on screen now. In we go with a sell trade against the pound. Not long ago, we were in with a buy trade for it. Now we're selling off what we bought. As always, let's plug in our stop loss and take profit. And there it is, 1 times ATR for the stop loss and 1.5 for the take profit. Not too far to go. Hopefully we can get down to that level. Another day like this would get us very close. We are back in 2 trades and we will see how they're getting on. Hopefully still both in them, hopefully both profitable when we are back in 24 hours time. Day 23, not a lot of action on our trades. No real volatility on the CAD Swissy here. Still in profit, which is good to see, but no actual movement from yesterday. Pound Aussie price has gone up a bit and we're in a sell trade. So it's not going to cross that moving average just yet, but we do want to see a red day come to avoid it getting above there or seeing the MACD start turning. Nothing to do on either of these trades though, so let's see what else is out there. Pound yen here, it is just about giving us a sell signal against the pound. Ever so slightly negative. Not a trade we can take though, we are already selling against the pound there in favour of the Aussie dollar. Euro, Aussie dollar a signal as well. Obviously can't take it, already in an Aussie dollar trade. No more signals for us then. There is only 3 trades that would actually be available to us. The Euro, New Zealand dollar and yen pair combinations. So we will just come back tomorrow and see where we're at with these trades then. Day 24. How are our trades doing? Not too bad. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc pulled up at the moment. Did surge to a pretty nice high. Hopefully it's not bouncing off this as a resistance level, but it's actually going to test a further high tomorrow and potentially take profit. We like to be optimistic. And the pound Australian dollar also going a little bit to our favour as well now. Didn't really make much of a new low, but it is going to be down that way for the close, which means we are in profit for it at the moment. And at least it gets it further away from this moving average as well. Even a small green candle could have pushed it over and forced us into closing the trade. No action on either of these charts. Let's see what else is happening. So close to the crossover here on the Euro Yen. This is one that we could take. If we see another red day, that MACD is going to cross. We'll be in. Signal from the Euro Australian dollar as well. Price just come across the moving average. That is a would-be sell trade there. That is it though. No moves for us to make. So we'll just come back in 24 hours time and see if we got anything before the weekend. Day 25, both of our trades are still open. Just got the Canadian dollar Swiss franc pulled up. Early in the day, price did find its way all the way back below our entry price. It's come back stronger though, and now we are going to get a higher close than yesterday. Not above the high of yesterday, but still good to see progress. Currently $80 up, and we'll happily take the swap over the weekend. On our other chart, the Great British Pound Australian dollar. Not much movement on this one at all by the end of the day. It did come back up against us, but now, here it is, still in profit. $39 thereabouts. The indicators are still in our favour on both charts. So we'll just have a look at the other ones. Euro New Zealand dollar coming down here. Might see a crossover eventually. Yeah, this is pretty light news so far tonight. Well, but we are actually getting a signal here from the Euro Japanese yen pair. It's telling us to get into a sell trade. You can just see that MACD value there, negative 0.1045. We'll see if there's any other trades out there, but seeing as we are already in 2 trades with 4 currency pairs, I don't think we're going to find anything. That Euro Australian dollar trade from yesterday would have had a nice move today. Don't think that would be take profit territory, but certainly in profit. No other trades available to us, so we're getting in this Euro Yen pair. Have a look at our ATR. 75.7 pips is the reading. That'll be the distance to our stop loss. And so you can see how we've calculated our risk on the screen now. Sell trade it is. All we got to do at that point is set our stop loss and 1.5 times that for the take profit. We are in the trade. Something I'm not liking is the fact that our take profit is below the support level. We cannot see a time where it was at that price. Let's have a look back. February the 23rd, that is. Hasn't been at that level since then. Maybe it's time now. This was a nice sell-off the last couple of days. So hope that continues. We do have 3 trades open though now. The only currency pair that we don't have an open trade in is the New Zealand dollar. Everybody else, get in here. And we can come back in 72 hours time after the weekend. But before we do come back, let's round off those trades in the journal. Currently now sitting on 4 gains, 3 losses. Sad to see so many losses coming through. Obviously we had the 2 last week, but now another one. The Great British Pound, Japanese Yen. We had a few choices here, and I can certainly tell you that the Euro-Yen pair wouldn't have worked out better, considering we've now just got into a sell trade for it. It was previously giving us a buy signal, but we've seen that serve return, yen getting stronger, and so now we're selling off the euro in favor of the yen. The bottom line at the moment is $135.21 up, puts our closing balance at $5,067.50. 10 open trades in 25 days. 3 of these are still open, and if we net those together, that is an extra $130. So including those, we're much more close to being up by about 250, 260. Shouldn't count the chickens before they hatch though. In these trades, if we suddenly saw these ones turn into losses, the red streak continues. We want to get back on the green. We will be back at the start of next week to continue trading it.